quick slant to Shakir.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now Allen throwing on second down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's got room at the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
This finally be our first look at Wemby's Nike signature shoe and Nike On Air and Pairs. Wemby sculpture featured a never-before-seen sleeve. These mid-cut basketball shoes kind of give me Air Max 97 vibes. It's obviously very hard to tell.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
We've only seen them in statue form. We did, however, get to see a Wemby AI prototype.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Allen. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well.
And now here is another interception. Inside the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Tucker now for the action. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks. Can you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
No, it's not.
Up the middle they go. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. Mark Andrews. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dragons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had
I tried to tell you hit a backflip.
Really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Here's Allen. Has his man. It's Shakir. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
Allen hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold.
Yeah.
Instead, they get a little breathing room.
It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jackson now off the bootleg. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Second and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. Play action. Now Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And it's caught. Touchdown. Save Flowers. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Dragons have got it on cruise control. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they've built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd down, Felton again. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field
despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Odafe Owe picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he's loose again. And the Dragons just continue to roll.
All right, count them along with me. Return for a touchdown in this game. Why is the ball being kicked?
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they had.
What happened? Oh.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing to say. Let us talk about it. Small crews, about 100 feet. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get lucky and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman is fire, just look at my boo. I'm no money, I'm feeling like breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing to say. Let us talk about it. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away. Put the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket. A traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it, I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more them dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are your mananas. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka. I bust out the haka, I bust out the ooh. When there's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true. Haters are climbing your river like boo. Breaking their hearts and breaking the rules. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em.
The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football.
Alexa.
But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I know who open for Cody.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Earlier this week.
Here's Jackson. And Graham on the ground. Well, he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. And Jackson throwing once more. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They were so close, that close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
You know.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson.
I don't even need him. I got no one needing him.
The 16-yard line. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. And now. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gators. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dragons are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Oh,
they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. Tucker now to kick
all
it
right,
away
Cody. I'm gonna call
following
you.
the
I'm gonna
touchdown.
call you back.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've Defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, his first throw in his playoff matchup is intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 32 on the play.
But they didn't ease into that drive right after the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call.
Victor Wembanyama is already the greatest defender in NBA history because we have never seen a player who all of his opponents are literally afraid of. Like, you got 3-on-1 fast breaks where teams are purposely avoiding him, which has never happened before. You have 2-on-1 fast breaks where both players are scared to shoot a layup since they don't want to get blocked. And then you got tons of plays like this where superstars like Devin Booker are pulling the ball all the way back out after driving into the paint. Now, there have been some other players to stop a 3-on-1 fast break, like when Draymond Green took on 4 dudes at once without breaking a sweat or even having to bend over. But this actually makes perfect sense when you realize he's on the floor. I don't know if you'd believe me if I didn't look at this.
How different teachers react when you leave school early. Let's go. Yeah, sure, I'll sit it down. Hey, Carlin, yeah, early dismissal. Hey, what are you doing? The doctor. Yeah, are you okay? Oh, just a checkup. Are you going to lunch afterwards? Where do you live again? Where do you live? Yeah, sure, I'll send her on down. Sarah, that was the front office. They didn't sound too happy. Just kidding, your dad's your early dismissal. Yeah? Zane for early dismissal? Okay, sure, no problem. Zane, early dismissal, but look, no excuses just because you're leaving early doesn't mean you don't have to do the work. I expect this first thing in the morning. Okay, we need Lauren early dismissal. Okay, sure, Lauren early dismissal. Your mom's here to take you to the dentist. Must be nice, have someone come, pick you up early, leave, probably take you to lunch afterwards. Josh? Yeah, sure, no problem. Josh, your mom's here to take you to the dentist. Hey, after the dentist appointment, are you coming back? Yeah. Hey, can I go by a Starbucks? Think your mom could get me a latte? Yeah, tell her I'll catch her.
I'm here to pick up my son.
He's right there.
The red.
Big nose.
And I'll be back to pick him up next week.
Wait, isn't it Friday? Did he get paid today?
Not if you're asking.
Well, you haven't even given him $1 for child support.
Oh, look what I got here, Heina. Don't spend it on place.
Aggressiveness.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
On second down, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dragons go up by 2 touchdowns. Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1. And in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, 15-0 here in the first quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Justin Matabike drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They're going to win a lot of games, but Chris Jones will be signing the Chiefs as an A+ as well. We're about to see a 3-peat for the first time in NFL history. Why about it?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
I think it's solid. I think Baker Mayfield might be a bit overpaid, but he's going to lead them to the playoffs year after year. He's not going to win a Super Bowl.
Now it's Jackson.
Because they can't pay him makes sense, but also at the same time, he's not the ruler to make a choice over the field. I'm giving that move an F, especially because I'm an 8. I'm also giving the Cowboys an F for letting go of Tyron Smith, even though he's only going to play like 8 games this year. I just hate what Jerry Jones agrees to do. And the worst trade this offseason is an F for the Atlanta Falcons. Make a move on Justin Fields already, bro. I'm tired of this Kirk Cousins crap.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Past couple of days, so I'm going to be breaking some of the biggest moves.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Again, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dragons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Where do I want to live when I get older? Do you even know?
Tucker now to add the point after.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Where's Nepal at? That's where the Mount Everest is.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Somehow
the
the house in New York,
6 on
California,
a very,
and
very
Bora
tiny
Bora.
two-play drive that time.
Shit! Having fun already? Who the hell is that?
Good him, you. All right, enough hay for it? Take good care of him, all right? Hey, Jake, how's the knees holding up?
Great. Better.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I need to catch me, Jake. Somebody who can lead this team on the field. But I want the absolute truth
Stevenson
here.
elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense set to
Make this
go.
team.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to bury it for a loss of 11.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Justin Madubuike. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
No, wait a minute.
A lot harder.
When your mama told you be ready in the amp for tryouts, and you
They go play
overslept.
action with Jackson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Mark Andrews doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing.
When your
all the
mama
points
told
that
you
they put up, I'm not sure what you say on
When
the
your
other
mom-
sideline
when your
right
mom-
now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're
told you.
playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Paint the corner.
I'm cooked hot.
Mom says dinner.
And I say, paint the corner.
I can't throw it a strike.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
Willie, come.
Hey, listen, yo,
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter.
I never had a car in high school, so I always had to borrow my mom's minivan. And I borrowed my mom's minivan, and, I would go into her room and 1 in the morning, take her car, sneak out, take her car, and pick up all my friends and drive us to house parties. And I never got caught, except this one time where I picked up all my friends in a minivan. We called it the Swaggin' Wagon, and we pulled up to this monster of a car. It was a giant house. You could hear the bass.
And that'll push the lead up to 29
we opened the front door, bam, just like that, pink and blue lighting. That shit looked like Florida. Now we're walking around an A24 film of a house party.
And
here, and they're like, oh, you drove here? How'd you get your license at 16 years old? And I just thought, I don't know my license, but I did a lot of Mario. At 5 a.m., I often drive everybody home, mostly so I can show off my Mario Kart, my driving skills. So first I drop off my friends, then my other friends, and the other guy. And they get to around 6 a.m. 2 hours later, my mom is waking me up because it's Sunday, time for church. So I sleepily get back in the minivan. I'm so tired because I had a long time. As we're driving to church in silence, I hear my little brother, 8 years old, go,
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Mahomes going to throw.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw.
Open man right side is Rice.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Apple Watch, so on the TikTok shop, y'all want to be name brand so bad. Again, no money. You broke this look trying to keep up with the Joneses, baby. I done found me a whole Apple Watch on the TikTok shop.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season.
Since old people in nursing homes like to listen to music from their generation like this,
he's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500,
does that mean what our generation is in nursing homes? We're going to be like this? Dropped my phone on the ground and it cracked the camera. So for some reason now, every time I record, if something goes across the screen too quickly, then it like glitches out. Here, I'll show you.
I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout.
We're going to do it again. I'll prove it to you that it happens. I swear.
They're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Not doing it now. One more time. It's going to happen.
2nd down.
Come on, man. My phone is gaslighting me. How do people break up and get in a different relationship like a month later? Like, how do you do that so quick? Because I know someone who got cheated on, and he was crying for like 2 days straight because he said he thought this was the girl that he was going to marry. And 3 weeks later, I see that he's on a plane to go see a new girl. How did you do that so quickly? Like, I've been trying to be in a relationship for my whole life.
Just short of the 45 at the 44. And the officials
never get into an Uber if the driver's... Since old people in nursing homes like to listen...
Chief on the field. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And he's got it inside the 10.
This guy's over Chris.
For a touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 56 yards. And the Dragons have taken a 5-touchdown lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Yeah, me and Shaq have just for that it cost a lot of money. Okay, where's that? It's on the front porch. It's on the porch. You're gonna be so excited. Yeah, I heard you say you could use one yesterday. Oh, you got me a pressure cooker. Listen, just it's the mix. So, it's your that I watched the poor air. I told me to go on vacation. All right, let's see your shit then. Yeah, it's like that.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game.
The offense knew that they were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
G-Dog was packing, 68 years in his lifespan. However, he had the utmost pep in his step, paired with the trippiest of fits. He was the type of dude who would lay down some respectable rules, and if anyone broke them, he wouldn't get mad. He would just simply blame the living shit out of you in front of everybody.
That's how you calculate the surface area of... no text along talking, please.
I'm just texting my mom.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. How's she doing?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Oh, yeah, I would, actually, because she might be tired after last night. I did lay down some feed.
There are definitely some questionable substitutes out there. I remember when I was a grade 6, my entire middle school was just weird, bro. My recess was called nut break.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
This is really gonna hurt, guys.
No, you're real fingers at the crap that you're on.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw.
Baseball bat that made me feel like fear.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. It's not that often you see a 2-point try from that distance, and of course, it's not that often that it's successful, and it wasn't there.
And who added all this thinking to the game, right? Because now you get so much extra to consider. The penalty happens. Do you go for 2 from that spot now after the penalty? Or do you say we're going to kick it, which means they have to administer the penalty from the 20,
you would have been pushed
from the 15.
Back further. Yep.
Now you're back further. Can you make that one? It's a lot of extra stuff on what used to be a routine play.
So plenty of fireworks here early. 35-0 now as the kick is away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Things unfortunately continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shoves him aside. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Being chased out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 27. Sheds off the tackle. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Charles was saying very weird things.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
After I posted this video to YouTube, I got a bunch of...
From the gun, Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And this is incomplete.
To say that he works with me. You know, I also work with what's called you don't work with them. You got caught with them. Now, obviously, that's a terrible lie. But anyways, about a month later, after Omegle got banned, everyone went to the app Omi TV. It's basically the same thing as Omegle. Just 2 weeks after Omegle being banned, we ran into Charles, and instantly he started cursing me and Ashley out. I was really angry at him. He was very upset about the videos, and we sat down with him for like 20 minutes and had a full-on interview. Basically, at the end, he promised us that he would change his life, turn it around, go get a job, go get married, and stop feeding his weird vision. 6 months ago, my girlfriend asked me. Website Scubar.7. You can go to this website and turn on this virtual TV. You can watch TV shows from any year you want. You can also turn on this black and white to give Pink Panther some color. What if it? Can I do something? Yeah, hey, I was going through a small tradition where I play Mirror Wars with my neighbors. There's going to be this year. Feel free to shoot me anytime.
Athletic first baseman I've ever seen. Let's talk about it. Trey Morgan out of LSU, who is now a prospect in the Tampa Bay Rays system, displayed some truly unique feats of defensive prowess at a position not typically known for that sort of thing. For example, against Texas A&M, after the third baseman absolutely botched his throw to first, Morgan would hop off the base, run to the ball in foul territory, and shallow right before sliding, leaving a sidearm laser just seconds in front of the motion for an out. Seriously, how many guys are doing this? One more trick traditional first base play. With 2006 against Tennessee, there was going to be a close play first. And recognizing this, Morgan would go into full extension and a little split while staying on the base and just get the runner around. I mean, hey, his teammates weren't safe in his squad experience. But as the saying goes, big-time players...